On the 21st of January, the government announced the creation of what they called a no-fire zone.
U.S. Embassy to Sexte DC. Summary. This 35 square kilometer safe zone, which is in the area still under the nominal control of the LTTE, will provide an area free of government shelling.
Among the hundreds of thousands heading for the imagined safety of the no-fire zone were two international UN staff workers who'd led a food convoy into the war zone and been trapped by the fighting.
When we arrived in the no-fire zone, I mean, it literally was a sea of people. Tens of thousands of tents and tarpaulins, families sheltered under them.
They set up a food distribution hub, spoke to the Tiger police and notified both the UN headquarters and government forces of their GPS coordinates to avoid any accidental shelling.
3 or 4 hours later, in the evening, we sustained a barrage of mortar attack coming from the south across the forward defensive line into the no-fire zone and into the food distribution centre. After the first few shells had landed, I went outside the bunkers in order to try to establish a communications link with the satellite in order to call Colombo to request that the Sri Lankan military redirect its fire away from us, because these these ordnance were landing precariously close to our position, you know, within 5 to 10 metres of where we were camped. The body of a young woman landed on top of me. She'd been decapitated and most of her torso and her legs had been torn apart by obviously a fair amount of shrapnel that had gone through her when the shells struck. It was dark, it was frightening, and I kind of had a sense that I was just waiting to die, that my luck was going to run out soon. Lying all around the field. With my limited knowledge of humanitarian law, I realised that in fact what I was witnessing was very, very serious potential war crimes. I started to take photographs. I had my staff take photographs. We also started to GPS things, and we noted the direction of fire for many of the incidents that occurred and the type of weapons that were used. And I would say to anyone that says to me, how do you know in the direction of fire? If you stand on the side of a freeway and a car goes past you, even if you've got your eyes closed, you know which direction the car's coming from. It's the same with weapons. You can always tell. There's a crucial point to be made about why the Sri Lankan government declared the no-fire zone within the effective range of all of the weaponry being used by the Sri Lankan military to fire in that direction. There is only one intent, and that is because you don't really care whether or not you're going to kill the people that are located in that safe zone. Or, more importantly, you're actively targeting them.
Do you believe that's what was happening?
Yes. Yes.
Hey!